Marsh Mills Station, now the starting point for the Plymouth Valley Heritage Railway. Today, the restored station is a little further north than the original one, which had opened in November 1865, 6 years after trains started running through here towards Tavistock. Originally, the line was broad gauge, but in 1876 an extra rail was added to accommodate London and South Western trains, which also ran through here between Plymouth and Lidford, until a separate route was constructed in 1890. Viewed from Cot Hill Bridge, this is Tavistock Junction on the Exeter to Plymouth main line, and on the right is the Network Rail Depot. As we look towards Marsh Mills Heritage Station, you can still see the track bed and some rails under this bridge. And the sign on the bridge tells us we're 15 chains north of Tavistock Junction, and it also reminds us that the line was extended to Launceston from Tavistock in 1865. We're now north of Marsh Mills on the Plym Valley. This train is hauled by a steam locomotive built in Poland and painted in the favourite colours of young Oliver Brown. He died aged 11 from a rare blood cancer. This trip was raising money for Children's Hospice South West. On the rear is a shunter built by Ruston and Hornsby in 1961 for the MOD. A little further along, and this is where the Leamore tramway crossed the line, carrying china clay to Lara and Plymouth docks. The last clay train passed through here in 1960. 1.5 miles north of Marsh Mills, and this is Plymbridge Platform. It was opened by the Great Western Railway in May 1906 and was used mainly by people visiting the nearby countryside. It was constructed first of timber and then rebuilt in concrete in 1949. It was reopened by volunteers from the Plym Valley Railway in December 2012, exactly 50 years after BR closed the line. This is a typical Great Western Railway pagoda-style shelter, common on small stations across the West Country. This one was built by Plym Valley Railway volunteers. North of here, the track has become a multi-use trail and part of National Cycle Route 27. The South Devon and Tavistock Railway was authorised by Act of Parliament in 1854, and construction began 2 years later under the watchful eye of Isambard Kingdom Brunel. There are 6 viaducts on the line, and this is the first of them. Cann Viaduct is 324 feet long, with 6 arches rebuilt in Staffordshire blue brick in 1907. In the middle, it's more than 60 feet tall. The nearby slate quarry closed around the time the railway opened, and many of the buildings associated with the works lie in ruins in the valley. Cann Viaduct was originally a timber structure built on these stone piers, but this was demolished and when the more modern brick structure was erected. Riverford Viaduct, originally built of stone and timber in 1856, now has 5 arches and is 127 feet long, having been rebuilt in granite alongside the original in 1893. The last of the 3 viaducts in this section is Bickleigh Viaduct. It has 7 arches and is 167 yards long. Like Riverford Viaduct, it was rebuilt in granite in 1893, and you can still see the original Brunel piers lying next to the new version. Continuing north, we arrive at the site of Bickleigh Station. A Great Western Railway sign remains in the hedge by the entrance road. The station opened to passengers in June 1859 and goods in February 1860. Trains could pass here, and sometimes it was very busy with Royal Marines from the nearby barracks going on leave. Train services through here ended in December 1962, with the last day of running being disrupted by heavy snow. The 7:10 service from Tavistock to Plymouth was stranded here overnight.